Good morning, everybody. Happy Monday. It has been a while, but we are finally back. Got the new PC set up. How's it going, Eulifar? Hey, Sub. Good morning to you guys. Daisy. Yes, that's right. It's time to wake up. People are here. There's treats to be given out. He's like, I know. I'm ready. Let me make myself beautiful real quick. How's it going, Squeak? You ready? He's ready. Oh, there it is. There it is, Daisy. Treat for Daisy. Right off the bat. I'll give you one too. Just because it's opening day at the park. Everybody gets a treat today. There's one for you. And there's one for Daisy. Eat all the bits. Check and make sure. Oh, Lucy's here too. I'm gonna give Lucy one also. She's hiding in the back. She just got here. Like, sorry I'm late. I want a treat. No, not yours. That's Lucy. Dot says, hey, good morning, everybody. We're back. We're back. Yeah. Lucy won't let me do that. Got her treat, though. Everybody's happy. Alright, guys. It is time to pick back up right where we left off. Disco Elysium. If I were a smart person, I would have watched like the last 30 minutes of my last Disco Elysium broadcast, so I would have a remote idea of what I'm doing at this moment. But I'm not a smart person. So, okay. Let's see where we are. What did we get that's new? Tie? Do we have a tie on? What does this one give us? Ooh. Oh yeah, switch that out. I'm glad we got that. The missing insects case? Oh right, we had just come back from the far west coast. Looking for signs of the killer, but she was gone. Yeah, look for Ruby on the coast. And we couldn't do this yet. We're like missing, we're missing something. Dead body on the boardwalk, I remember that. I don't know why. I don't think that's gonna help our main case. Check the boardwalk for bullet traces. Check the island for bullet traces. We can't get to the island. Not yet. This, I guess, is never going to happen since we shipped the body off to the station. I guess this is just stuck in our quest log forever. I don't remember what day it is, and if we can check for this or not. What did we just finish? Asking about Ruby in the village. Alright, let's see. Let's head back. Daisy, everybody missed you. Why aren't you facing the camera? Let's see, we could... Is he still there or is he gone? We could talk to him about the missing insect. 4:18 in the afternoon. How many upgrade points do I have? 2? Go back to the mural real quick, just to help get our bearings. Here's the car that we drove into the ice while we were drunk. Amazing. Oh, up this way. I don't remember this spot. So we learned that Ruby had stayed here. Or here. She's gone. Okay, the mural is on the side of... which building? This building? Is that the one? I don't think that's the... Is that the right mural? Yeah, the failed mural. Yeah, shivers is what we're missing. Ruby be in there? In there? She could, or... He points behind you. She could be in the identical ruin over there, or in that boat shack, in that church tower maybe. Why single out this one building? Now I feel like I know this place. Indeed, somehow you knew it was here, an urban ruin gutted by looters that once used to consume money and dispense warmth and light. You felt it before, when it rained in Martinez, and you felt the cold of the rain. The feeling persists. It has been in you ever since. Alright, this is a white check that we can retry. We need shivers. I think that one article of clothing helped with shivers, is that correct? The tie that we took off? Yeah. So let's put that back on. Do we have any other shivers? That's unfortunate. How much did that help us? 8% now. Alright, well, we're gonna try this a couple of times, it looks like. We got 2 skill points that we can put in there. What is our shivers anyway? Where is that? It's at 5? Jeez. Let's save here. We might have to save scum this one a bit. I'm not sure how much each point is going to give us. Alright, Daisy. Need some Daisy luck. Help me out. Help me out, little dude. This is an 8%er. Yeah, I didn't think so. Listen to the wind, but for what? Ruby whistling? The crackle of her bonfire? Some errant whisper or a dog barking? What am I doing here? What are you doing here? A terrible cold comes over you as you think the words. They echo in your skull, alien suddenly. As if said by someone else, someone outside you, around you, not you. The lieutenant looks at you shiver, worried suddenly. We should go. It gets cold if you stand in one place too long. Yeah, I figured we weren't going to make that one. Have you, Mrs. Friendly, and the cat's been... Oh, how have you, Mrs. Friendly, and the cat's been in your offline time? We've been doing well. We've been doing very well. So we've kind of felt bad about it with, like, so much bad going on in the world and everything with the virus and all that. But we've been very fortunate. Right, Daisy? Both of our jobs allow us to work from home. So we weren't impacted there. Squeakers. We're gonna start this already, huh? On the first day, you're gonna block the screen. Where are you? I gotta read. Ugh. You just want to say hi. Hi everybody, it's me, Daisy. Look at that stretch. I'm back. I'm back and better than ever. I'm still super adorable. Alright. Daisy, we're gonna use a point on our shivers. We're gonna see. That helped. Now we're only up to 17%. Daisy, I need your luck, man. Don't be cheap on me right now. Come on, dude. Come on, dude. %. Quarter. Ugh. Now we gotta load, because we're out of points. F. Daisy, I don't know why you couldn't just given me one. You know, as like a welcome back present. Why wouldn't you help me out, dude? Damn it. Come on, baby. Someday, we're gonna have to... Hey, there we go. Holy crap. We got it. Okay. Suddenly there's a sigh carried on the molecules around you, moving, flowing from high pressure to low pressure. Like that of a woman emptying her lungs. She wraps the collapsing stone box in front of you in her breath, flowing through it. Where does it go? In through the collapsed roof, flowing down a concrete staircase to the basement, sweeping away footprints in the dust on the stairs. And then the beach below the boardwalk, its winding tunnels, a whisper away. I think she's down there, below this building. Okay, why? We've looked everywhere else. Right, he shrugs. How do we get in there? The doors were on the collapsed side of this building. They're gone, basically. There's a ladder next to the sign. Perhaps we can climb them, enter through the roof? Perhaps you can climb them. We're not climbing anything. I'm 43 years old, and I plan to live to see 70. I guess we're climbing a ladder, yeah? A rusty ladder leads to the rooftop. Some of the rungs are missing. Yeah, that doesn't look good at all. Assess the situation. The distances between the remaining rungs are rather wide. You'd have to use the mounting brackets. However, they seem corroded and the peeling rust is razor sharp. In addition, the first rung is going to be tough to reach. It's, what, 3 meters above ground? And you're 180? 190. I'm a giant. 180 seems about right. Not to mention that the roof is collapsing and the wind gets pretty brutal up there. Dismounting from the ladder is going to be hard. Perhaps if you were to not climb the ladder instead. What if you were to reconceptualize climbing the ladder? What if I just teleport, huh? Just teleport. It's the future. You can do that, right? Wonder what he's gonna say if I say this. Lose some respect. You're not ready to do this yet. Why not? Okay, so what if I do this one then? What if I just teleport? The lieutenant stares at you, stone-faced. Teleportation is not a thing. Come on, Kim, where's your adventurous spirit? This really has nothing to do with adventure. We're dealing with basic physics here. It won't hurt to try. Oh yes, it could hurt. A lot. He is restraining himself from using a parental tone with you right now. Teleport to the roof? You can... You can actually do it? No way. If you fail this, you probably die. That is hilarious, though. Do I have any savoir-faire items? Minus. No thanks. That one is... Oh, I need to put the other tie back on. That was the better tie. Now what is it? 17% chance to teleport onto the roof. What? There's no way. What actually happens if this works? All you need to do is close your eyes and concentrate. Darkness enfolds you. You can feel the distance between the bench and the first rung of the ladder. All you need to do is do it. Zoop, zap, pow, crinkle. It's like magic. You feel yourself disappear, your atoms fading out of existence. Oh my god, I can't believe it! Bam! You find yourself on the roof, having mastered the art of physical displacement. Don't gloat, just stand there like a Samarin master. You know, for the record, you didn't teleport there. You just climbed the ladder with your eyes closed. The wind at the top of the building starts howling loudly, blowing away the lieutenant's voice. Faintly you hear, "Never mind. Find a way to let me in when you get inside. Don't go adventuring without backup, especially if we think the suspect may be hiding there." That's the best. I figured it wouldn't actually be teleporting. What's this? Central support beam has been destroyed by artillery fire. Oh, that's right, because they bombed this building in the war. Wait. This stones fall. It's a long way down. We totally teleported up there. Him's just jealous. What just got added? Why you no show me? Is there anything that... No. All of that looks the same. Why did that get highlighted? Glass is covered with grime and dust. You can barely see out. What do we got here? Postcard? Alright, sell that for some money. Sweet, sweet cash. You should take out your flashlight. I can do that. I got a flashlight. Oh, I need to put back on... What did I switch out? Switched out the glasses. I need to put these back. Then we will take out our light. You? Oh, it's tools, that's why. Yep, we'll switch you. Okay. Also, let's save. collapse nearly sealed the basement. One can barely squeeze by. Antiquated office furniture, last century, maybe? This overturned table is covered in orange mildew, crawling with something. Ew. Maybe we can get Kim in through there. Old file folders in the cart, documents silvery with mold. Gross. There he is. Let's get him. Mr. Kim! 2 rusty metal plates that slide apart form a crude door. It's been here under the boardwalk for a while. Doors open. Ta-da! The doors seem to be on rails, but they've gotten jammed. You grab a side and put some strength into prying it open. With the help of your partner, the 2 metal panels slide open with a creak. Huh, I hope no one dangerous heard that. How did you even get there? After you climbed up to the roof, you mean? There's a maintenance entrance under the boardwalk. It's next to a drain pipe, possibly a storm drain. It was easy to miss before. At least now we know a quick way in and out. Yes, we have an exit, and I missed my... Okay. Yes, we have an exit, so let's get going. Time to investigate these passages. He peers into the darkness. Alright, let's go. That is where I came down. I think? Maybe not. We'll go back and see. Series of thick, dusty panes of glass. This isn't just glass, these are old computation components. Computer components? Yes, filament memories. From the time when wires were cast in glass, slides with an inlaid nervous system. Hey Kim, look, old cybernetics. Lieutenant tilts his head, watching the light glimmer on the glass. So it is. I think these used to form a single system, slotted in the wall. So this is all that remains of Feld R&D? Could this be part of the Feld playback experiment? These? No. These are old filament memories. I hope you're not expecting to find that device here. You will be disappointed. So this is all that remains of Feld R&D? He nods. The rest of the building seems to have been picked clean. What's in the box? A new jacket? Neat. What is my current jacket? Whoops. Oh no, that was the right one. Current jacket is Esprit de Corps and Shivers. This is just suggestion. Nah, we don't want that one right now. Let me run back over here really quick. I think that's just the stairwell. Yeah, that's where I came down. I must have slid down the rocks. The beam of the flashlight, a crevice in the wall. Can I get in here? What do we got? Stale fabric smell and dust. No one slept here in months, maybe years. We got a hat. Azovian socioeconomics. Is that what this does too? What was it? The shoes? Oh no, indirect modes of taxation. Revolutionary propaganda on the bunk bed, ancient flyers and brochures. Pots and plates are full of dust and spider webs. Same slit window you saw from the outside. Okay. Could this have been the killer's hideout in this narrow window, the point of origin of the shot that killed the mercenary? What? Shot from here? This does look like an embrasure, a slit made for shooting out of. Outside the window, the day is clear and as mild as can be in early spring. Could the killer have used this as a hideout? It's a great place to hide, certainly, but there hasn't been anyone here in ages. I can't see the whirling in rags. The shot didn't come from here. Indeed, no one could get a clear view. Well, at least we've been thorough. I like thorough. The lieutenant's voice betrays a slight disappointment, which he glosses over by reasserting control. Tommy, my dude! The new PC is a beast, sir. Holy crap. My old PC, I don't know if you were there any of the days I was playing Warzone. Well, actually, I only tried to stream it one day because I couldn't stream and play it. This thing has no problem. It'll do a fresh NVIDIA driver install in a minute flat. It was crazy. Boot prints in the sand. One of the soles appear more worn than the other. How are you doing, Tommy? Hope you're doing well and staying safe. Yeah, the PC is definitely a monster for sure. The tunnel collapsed. You'll have to find another way around. Okay, I guess that way? Wait. Getting louder. The buzzing sound. Uh-oh. I'm gonna save. Feel something, like a swarm of hornets buzzing under your scalp. A strange tingling you can almost smell. Lieutenant, do you feel something? No, what do you mean? Nothing. It's just my mind playing tricks. He looks ahead beyond the arch. Either way, we ought to be careful. There were footprints back there, and I'm pretty sure they were fresh. I saw them too. Footprints with the right sole worn smooth. Looks like our suspect. If she's in here, we need to plan our next step carefully. What do you mean? He lowers his voice. Once we detain a credible suspect, who knows what the Union and the Wild Pines will do? We'll set in motion events we have no control over. We will upset the balance of power in Martinez. The deadlock between the company and the Union will destabilize. This part of town is a fine clockwork puzzle. Disturb its peace and it will start breaking down uncontrollably. Keep calm. Go over the whole situation in detail. Ooh, are we getting close to finding her? You're doing good, just trying to stay occupied at home, doing some workouts, riding, just waiting for lockdown to be over. I feel you, dude. Thanks for doing your part and staying home and helping keep everybody safe. Especially in my country, there are way too many morons that are not doing that. It's very selfish. Let's see. I'm going to go over all of these things. We know what Joyce knows about the murder. I suddenly remembered we were running the serial number on the victim's armor. You think we should finish running it now? He whispers. Maybe you're right. It might not be as useful later. It's a minor point. Don't worry too much about this. There are bigger fish. Everett knows more than he's told us. Maybe we should continue working for him? You're right. However corrupt he may be, nothing happens in Martinez without him knowing. We might have to dirty our hands, but in this case, we can't afford to be squeaky clean. Alright. You know what Joyce knows about the murder, but I may have other things to discuss with her. Yes, there won't be time for that once things go down. Matter of fact, I don't think there's time for it now, but... Oh, pardon me. My allergies are kicking in now. Pretty, not really severe, but very noticeable. So many idiots over here like that, just having parties because everyone is off work. Man, I don't get it. I just don't understand people sometimes. If you must. Okay, so this might be more helpful. This not. This minor point. Dude, is shit about to go down right now? Check the boy with classiest documents. I want to hear her take on why it was empty before. Okay, why not? Whatever goes down might also affect her. The Union is watching her closely now. You think whatever happens will affect our cryptozoologists? You mean moral? I don't see how cryptozoology and the murder investigation are connected, but the situation in the city will get tense for everyone. If it gets that tense, the amateur zoologists might not be able to do their job. How bad do you think things could get? Well, we're not responsible for what we can't predict, are we? I don't think the entire city will be razed to the ground. He smiles in the dark. If you can't predict it, there's nothing you could have done. Huh, interesting thought. Right? What do you think is waiting for us there? I think I see a cavern. The lieutenant's whisper echoes down the tunnel. Maybe more cellars? I think we've been careful enough. We still have the element of surprise. Or maybe not. Puts his hand to his holster. Either way, once we go deeper, there will be no turning back. So this is it. This is the point of no return, I think. Let's do this. Wait, hold on. Oh, hold on. I just want to look at the circle part. A concrete pipe buried in sand and dust. Okay. Free stuff? Money. Money. Money? Polar anorak. Shivers and composure. Is that's a jacket, right? Plus, it's pretty stylish. Did you see the concept for the PS5 controller? I did. Holy shit. Suddenly, your entire body is paralyzed. Aggressive white noise fills your skull. A strange pain like you've never felt before. Through the static, you hear a woman's voice. It's like 1,000 radio stations are being blasted into your head all at once, but her words are the only ones you can make out.
I know you're feeling pretty uncomfortable right now. Don't move too much or fight it. That'll just make it worse.
Says the shadowy figure by the machine.
Can't say it's a pleasure, officer. I was really hoping not to make your acquaintance. But here we are.
As she says the word officer, you feel a spike in the agony. It sounds like the entire radio frequency range is screaming directly into your neural pathways. No, buddy, that's not going to help. You can't shield yourself from this. It's an entirely new type of experience, way worse than all the previous ones. Don't focus on the pain, focus on doing your job. Tell her she's under arrest. Help, Kim, my brain's on fire!
Really now? Check this out.
Turns the dial in her hand. You're overwhelmed with a new surge of violent static. It feels like a blood vessel exploded in your brain. Doot, doot, doot. Help, Kim, help, my brain's on fire. Are you gonna kill me too?
No, I'm not gonna fucking kill you. If that had been my plan, you'd be dead already. All things considered, I'm being pretty reasonable here. I'm using a pale latitude compressor. You and your partner have been caught in its field.
The explosion of static you're hearing, it's the Ulan frequency. Blasted from that pale emitter Fat Angus mentioned. I saw your equations. It's the Ulan frequency.
Saw my equations? You've been sniffing through my lorry, right? I expected as much. Though I am a bit surprised you knew what you were looking at.
pale latitude compressor. It's saying the numbers?
A pale latitude compressor is used to sort of make the pail more manageable. With a lot of these, you can force a radio signal grid on the pail. Literally crunch the distance across it.
Is the space-time continuum breaking? It kind of feels like it, doesn't it?
Signals are relayed across a series of repeater stations fixed to buoys. Not a fun job manning those stations. All alone out there in the pale. People lose their minds in just a few years.
So, what we are experiencing is a concentration of radio waves.
Gestures towards something with great effort.
Precisely. This is an industrial strength paraboloid. It's meant for forcing dimensions on something that doesn't have them. Needless to say, the frequencies used are out of this world. At the upper limit is the large prime number generator station. It's used specifically for pale latitude compression. That's why you might be hearing some numbers. But you might also hear, or think you're hearing, local radio chatter.
She likes telling you about the machine. Keep her talking. Look for an opportunity to break loose. How did you get your hands on this thing?
I built it myself.
He nods toward her torture device. And she's proud of it, too. As she ought to. This is way beyond your abilities.
That's illegal. I'm guessing it's patented. But we are beyond that, aren't we?
Oh yeah, way beyond.
She studies her death ray and the law officials trapped in it. What's this goddamn pail, anyway?
The pale? It's the end of the world.
Have you experienced the compressor yourself?
Yeah, I stuck my head in there before using it on you. Seemed like the ethical thing to do. Can't say that I enjoyed it. The field was weaker, but I can imagine what you're going through.
Will I stay like this forever?
No. Once I shut down the compressor, the pain will end. It may take a few minutes for you to steady yourself, though. It's a bit like walking out of a very confusing dream.
All the weird stuff coming from the radio. This is all great, but let's talk about the man who was killed.
Yeah, let's not talk about that shit. You were hunting me and fell into my trap instead. That's all there is to say about it.
So she thinks of you as hunters, not cops, and of herself merely as prey. Please, could you just turn it down so I can ask you something?
If you've got something really important to say, you can do it through the white noise.
Oh, the white noise. Oh, Rosaline, oh, Rosaline.
Then this.
The lieutenant clutches his head, grimacing.
God damn it.
She regards you and Kim with sudden sympathy.
Fine. If you really want to talk, I can dial it down. I've also got a gun, by the way.
He steps reluctantly out of the shadows, the pain lessened. The gun she's carrying is a two-barreled front-loader, not like the murder weapon. Well, it doesn't feel much better, but you can form sentences now. Thinking doesn't seem to hurt as much. There's only 3 meters between you and the machine. If you keep her distracted for long enough, maybe. Be careful when you make your move. That'll be it for questions. Bide your time. How did you know we were coming? I heard you in the passages, and I've been preparing for quite a while. By hiding bullets under floorboards? So you found my shack, huh? I'm not surprised. She didn't rat you out, by the way, the washerwoman. So nice. She smiles a little. That's one knife I didn't want to find in my bag. I mean, my dude!
15-month club.
15 months. Thank you so much for the resub, my friend. Much, much appreciated. Dude, that's a lot of support. 15 months. How has it been that long? Why hide the bullet, though? This could have turned out pretty bad for me if you hadn't walked right into 25 bands of ultra-high frequencies. That's her admitting the bullet was an emergency exit. Yeah, she was gonna kill herself. Did you shoot Lely? No, I didn't do it. I only helped stage the lynching, though I doubt that makes much of a difference to you. Who ratted me out, by the way? Was it Titus? No. She hesitates. He wouldn't have broken first. I wonder if one of these is better than the other. When I threatened to arrest her, class you broke, she told me everything. That was what actually happened. She didn't, like, come forward voluntarily. At least with stuff about Ruby. Hey, Hell's Wolf. I've had 2 awful weeks. Oh, dude, I'm sorry to hear that. I hope things pick up for you. Hopefully you're staying safe. Good to hear from you. Yeah, it doesn't seem that long at all, does it, Tommy? Time really has been flying. I think we're gonna go with what actually happened, the truth here. Oh, she smiles sadly. Well, I guess I always knew she was a survivor above all else. But she couldn't have known I was on the coast. How did you find me? Titus told me. It took some convincing. Aw, fuck. Took some convincing my ass. And those guys liked me. I know it. This is what happens to people whom people like. A dull despair is creeping into her voice. How the fuck do the rest of you get by? This seems like it would keep her talking more, I think. Because she did call us the human can opener. Had surgery, lost a testicle to testicular torsion. Oh man, I'm sorry to hear that. I hope your recovery is going okay. Dude, that sucks. That is rough. And then you have all this other shit in the world going on at the same time. That's a bad 2 weeks, man. Sorry to hear that. Go with this one, I think, because it's more personal to her. I did, didn't I? And now you've come for me. She scoffs, but fuck them all the same. Oh! So we get to choose between these two again. Honestly, I don't know how I do it. I just stumbled in here. Can you please explain this shit to me? What shit? She adjusts her grip on her gun. I told you I didn't do it. Sounds pretty simple to me. A strong moral compass. She still wants the opportunity to make a case for herself. Would you say that Lely was a likable person? I didn't like him. Hard mercenaries aren't particularly likable types. There's nothing more personal that you had against him? Perhaps his way with women? You think I was envious of his conquests? Look, pussy's not a problem for me, and definitely not a reason to off someone. See her confident gaze, her toned arms. Yeah, she wouldn't have had much trouble in the intimacy department. Did you feel protective of the Union? Yeah, sure, and I didn't like Wild Pines sending in those foreign hirelings. Me and a fuck ton of other people around here. You don't feel sympathy for the mercs? It's hard work. Plenty of broken people who don't come with that kind of body count. Besides, they're paid well for what they do. Do you have an alibi for when Lily was shot? Man, I was with the boys the whole night. I hope they at least bothered to impress that upon you. half an hour missing? I don't think it was half an hour. Now this one I could see, even if it was 10 minutes, this one I can see it getting by. Like, you know, what's 5 minutes here or there? This one is would obviously maybe be wrong, because I don't think it was that long. You know what sucks really badly about the situation? The first doc misdiagnosed it as infection. Dude, that does suck. Wow. Dude, I would be so pissed. Do you have any, like, recourse there? That's pretty bad. Let's go with the 15 minutes. Yeah, and I'm sure they also made some funny remarks about it. They always do. I've driven a lot of long haul and chugged a lot of beer, man. She scoffs. Can't do either without some power of mind over bladder. And anyway, that wouldn't have been enough time. Our investigation has shown that 15 minutes was just enough time to commit the murder. Wow, now I'm curious. Please explain. Play pinball much? I kind of like the indirect questioning to see if she knows about the secret passage. Because we did see the footprints up there. No, not since I was 14 and hanging out at the only diner in Dardan. Haven't been into low-risk, no-reward games since moving to the city. Why? Do I want to just outright say it? Because if she doesn't know about it, why would I give her that information, right? This one is more vague. There's some mysterious pinball machines in some pretty mysterious rooms in the Whirling. Yeah, and probably some ghosts from the time of the suzerain. I'm not really interested in supernatural mysteries. Why would I keep going this way? It's... Do we think she's playing dumb? This is starting to confuse me. What about elevators? Do you like elevators? The fuck do elevators have to do with anything? Do you or don't you? Not particularly. I think we may have gone a little off topic. And that topic was what? Staircases? Ladders? Look, there's a secret way from the ground floor of the Whirling to the roof. Don't know it, but also, she frowned, studying your face. The shot couldn't have come from the roof, or we would have all heard it downstairs. She has a point there. No one mentioned. The pain stops him from finishing the sentence. That didn't go super well. You've got to lay something better on her. You liked Clashia a lot. I considered her a good friend, yeah. But you wanted to be more than just friends. Oh, so that's where you were going with this. She said you wanted to run away with her. That's a very sentimental way of putting it. We both had pasts we didn't want to catch up with us, and we enjoyed listening to music together. Why not go on a road trip? The lieutenant watches her expectantly, occasionally shaking from the pain. Okay, fine. She rolls her eyes. I was into her. Flashy was into me too for a time. I know it. We even fooled around once. And yeah, after that I thought maybe we could make a go of it. Tasha only said they may be kissed. Someone is lying here. Wait, Palacia said you only kissed. She rolls her eyes again. If that's what she wants on the record, so be it. I'm not about to go into details for you to jerk off to later. Seriously, just move on. But I do want details, actually. Alright, then what happened? She rejected me with some wishy-washy bullshit about how she was confused because she felt so close to me and valued my friendship so much, and how guilty she felt for leading me on. I knew that wasn't the whole story, but thought, fine, I'll take it and move on. Lashley said you got very angry when she started seeing Lely. Threatened her. Yeah, one time when we'd both been drinking, I said some heated things about how dangerous her patterns with men were. I was a little worried she'd blow it out of proportion in her head. All the drugs she was doing can make you feel like you're living in a DeLorean tragedy. And, despite everything, you helped her by staging the lynching? Yeah, the girl seemed terrified. The merc was beyond caring what happened to his mortal coil. It was a no-brainer. There are other things I ask about. Go ahead, it's your body. And mine too, he thinks, but keep on, this must be done. You have a gun. And? I see it's a front loader. Do you have another gun somewhere? Sure don't. A breech loader? No. This is such a wipeout. You collect guns? Maybe old rifles? No, they're not practical. Break too often. Where'd you get that one? The gun store? What gun store? Trigger Happy Jacks. That doesn't sound like the name of a real store. What did you think, that I'm going to squeal on my gun supplier? Sorry, I'm not that kind of gal. Alright. You've been running drugs for the Union. I've been through your lorry. She shakes her head slowly. So, Heart of Gold Tommy fucked me over too. Never trust a musician. No, he didn't. I found my own way in. Okay, great. You got into my lorry on your own. What now? You're going to arrest me for drug trafficking? Bitter smile. You had a financial incentive to kill the merc. Man, it's to get away from all that murderous shit that I left Jamrot, my previous employer, for the Union. The lieutenant is unable to articulate his question. She deliberately avoided naming the mob she worked for. You might be able to find this out later. She turns the knob down just a millimeter, then continues. I got lucky being a dispatcher. Never had to do any of the really dirty work myself. This gun, she glances at it, has only been used for self-defense against serious scum. There. It's going to be easier to reach the machine now. But you're threatening us with it. Based on what I've heard about you, you are serious scum, she responds, holding your gaze. That's probably true, actually. Gonna go shower and head to the bank here. Alright, see you later, Tommy. Thanks again for the resub. Much appreciated, sir. Is this an investigation game? Yes. Yeah, it's an RPG where the points that you put into all of these different attributes affect what you can ask about, what you notice in the investigation, how people react to you. It's really good. I've enjoyed it a lot. There's a sinister note in her voice. Even with the gun and the compressor, she's afraid of you. You like to hang out on rooftops? Who doesn't? Oh, you probably mean Clash's rooftop. Sure, I've hung out there. She's got this great antenna. What's so great about her antenna? It's very powerful. I used it to tune into RCM frequencies. That's how I knew to be prepared for your arrival. Is that the only reason you hung out on the roof? If view's pretty bomb too, but you might say the antenna was the main attraction there, yeah, along with Classier. So you're sure you didn't shoot the Merc from the roof? Yes, I'm sure, and anyway, as I said before, the shot had to have come from afar. Okay, let's take a step back. Yeah? Where? 83% chance to destroy the machine. I wonder... It got nudged during drug talks. I wonder if we can get this dropped down more before we try. This is pretty high. But if we destroy the machine, that's probably going to do it for any questions that we can ask her too. And if he didn't do the murder, if she didn't commit the murder, who did? We have like no other leads. Who killed the Merc if it wasn't you? How should I know? As I keep saying, he already had a bullet in his head when I got to him, and there hasn't been any useful gossip over the radio. Those rings around her eyes, her tired voice. She's been staying up late listening in on the conversations crisscrossing Martinez. Police radio? You've been following the case? Who hasn't? She shrugs. You know, I can still see him there, in Clash's room, lying on his side. He was still warm, but the bluish light coming through the broken window made him look as though he'd been dead for a good long while. What happened Sunday night? Tell me your version. She eyes you warily as though gauging your sincerity. It's okay, we just want to... He struggles to finish the sentence. Alright, don't kill yourself over it. I was shooting the shit with Hardy and the boys over a few beers like always. Then Klasha comes in, all pale and shuddering. She sits down with a drink, trying to steady her nerves, so I grab a seat next to her. Klasha said you knew something was wrong immediately. No, I really didn't. She's not that easy to read. I just assumed she'd done too much blow. It wouldn't be a first for her, but no such luck. She was in some deep shit. She asked me to come upstairs. The Merc she'd been going with was lying on the bedroom floor, dead. I knew she couldn't get the authorities involved, so, yeah. Made it look like he'd been hanged. Lassie said you seemed to have a plan prepared when you got there. What? No, faking a lynching was her idea. Was it Kalashia the whole time? Was the buoy empty because she went and got her passport and stuff because she's about to leave town? Oh no. I assume that perception sightline is something you spec'd into? What do you mean by sightline? Oh no. She looked shaken. She wasn't surprised to be ratted out, but framed? Her idea? Yeah, in cold blood. It really surprised me how quickly she was able to get a hold of herself once we got up there. It was like she was another person. The party girl was gone. She asked me to help her drag him into the shower so she could wind the shower head around his neck to fake lividity. Then she dressed him while I went to get the Hardy Boys. Holy shit. In the dialogue log. Was it the part where I was looking at destroying the machine? She lied to you about that too. Dude, that is one smart lady. Showerhead? Resourceful. Yeah, I wasn't sure whether to admire her or be disturbed. Do you think she killed Lely herself? As I keep telling you, cops, we didn't hear anything downstairs. No gunshot, nothing. But even if this is true, the lieutenant forces himself to finish the sentence. Weren't you worried this lynching might lead to war? She purses her lips. The thought crossed my mind, but the mercenary's death was going to have repercussions either way, although the way things are going. She doesn't want to talk about this, but not because she has something to hide. She doesn't want the guilt. She shrugs. Fuck it. I'm not responsible for these people after what they did to me. Okay, we didn't get any more here. There was a line saying perception sight, and then it told you something about her eyes and staying up late. Oh, yes. Oh, up here. Yes, these things. So, drama, yeah. It's like, each of these has like an internal monologue for your character. So whenever one of these things triggers a dialogue, it's because you have a high enough value in that aspect of your personality to hear, quote unquote, that voice in your head. You didn't kill him, why hide? I saw you roll into town. I wasn't about to stick around for questioning by a goddamn La Puta Madre agent. That strange distant fear is getting close now. It's a fear of yourself. What do you mean, La Puta Madre agent? She looks at you quizzically. Yes, you. Everyone says you're his peone, his human can opener. Dude, do we work for the mob? Through the sudden sharp pain in your head, you hear the lieutenant mumble something to himself. Fucking hell. Why me? You hear through the white noise. It's especially bad suddenly. Felt like a vein exploded. Who's everyone? How do you know this? Everyone in Jamrock. The cops, the criminals. Why do you think I'm holed up in here with a goddamn death ray waiting for you? If she knows that about you, she must know your real name, too. I know, so we can see if she's lying? Okay, tell me, what's my name? If you know that about me, you must know my name. Harry Dubois, she replies quickly. One corrupt motherfucker with the disco pants and the funny tie. Agent to La Puta Madre. So she knows your name. That doesn't mean you're on the take. Criminals make up boogeyman stories about cops all the time. I don't know, sounds pretty convincing to me. Puta Madre. I've heard of La Puta Madre. He's dangerous, right? Is that a joke or a threat? I'm guessing both. I'm sorry, I know I'm supposed to know all about this, but I lost my memory recently. Yeah, sure. He doesn't believe you. I'm sure La Puta Madre himself will explain it all to you soon enough. A man in a white suit walks through a garden coaxed from soil that had once been covered in asphalt. A city block closed off from the rest of the city by dark buildings. Rows and rows of poppies, most of which have lost their pink bloom, flank his steps. The man looks around, then up at the sky, sighs. Taking out a knife, he crouches at the end of one flower bed. He scores a seed pod, very gently. Milky sap begins to ooze out. The pain comes over you again. What did you do to this Madre anyway? You've been to my lorry. You think the biggest player in Jamrock appreciates competition? She pauses. And now I have Harry can opener in my lair. Fucking Titus. Wait, one thing. Possibly small, but she said you rolled into town. Was that you, singular or plural? She might know something. When I came into town, was there anyone with me? Yeah, you had your death squad with you. What happened to them anyway? What? Who was in this squad? Well, it wasn't this scrawny dude. She nods toward the lieutenant. You had two guys and a lady. The guys looked pretty buff. Lady wasn't bad either. What else can you tell me? One of the guys seemed chipper, a blonde. The other had a brooding something or other about him. And the woman was the only one in uniform. All were carrying. She narrows her eyes. That sound about right? No idea who these people are, literally. No, that doesn't ring any bells. Well, this has been a great talk, really, but I think I'm going to hit the road now. God, if we lose this is gonna suck. I'm worried that if we ask her this, she said I'm gonna hit the road now, that she'll just leave. We won't have the shot to do this. Fuck it, here we go. Just gonna let us do it? You did it. The compressor line's broken on its side. It's quiet in your head again. It still hurts like hell, but... Don't turn your head. For sure. That seems really bad. Okay, Kim? Lieutenant hunches, recovering. All good, officer. Be careful. She looks at the machine, assessing the damage. Her hand trembles. Ah, fuck it. She puts the barrel of the gun into her mouth. No! This is a red check and cannot be retried. Oh god, I don't like those odds at all. Shit, here we go. She's truly desperate. She thinks she has no other options. You need to give her options. What options? You know. Let her go? Never tell him the odds, that's right. She may save us later. We let her go. We could use an ally, because we don't have any. We have none. Just walk away. She stares at you, frozen, the gun still in her mouth, eyes filled with dark intensity. Then something shifts in her. Her neck and shoulders relax, and her grip on the gun loosens. You don't have to do this. You're not cornered. I'm letting you go. Day of miracles, she says, pulling the gun out of her mouth, eyes still fixed on you. Then she turns her gaze to the tunnel behind you. I'll take it. She runs past you, then past the lieutenant, and disappears into the darkness of the tunnel. Good call. The lieutenant is still unsteady on his feet. Oh, thanks. I would have done the same. He has to catch his breath. Had I not been incapacitated. I think she didn't do it. He looks around, then points to the back of the cavern. Her tent. We should check it out. Holy shit. That was intense, man. Hey, so we've been monitoring you internally, and now we know you're capo type? Wait, there are capo types? Yes. Guess what's yours? Some kind of weapon cop? Sorry cop? I'm sorry, I'm not sure. Cool cop? No, you're the sorry cop. The cop who's sorriest. Let's make it official then, shall we? I'm sorry. Opt in. Fucking they should be sorry. Okay, but what are the other capo types? Oh, you know. Apocalypse, Superstellar, the Advanced Interesting Cop, Liquid Shadow Cop, but you're too sorry to say those things, so here we go. What? You know, actually, I'm not sorry. I changed my mind. No, you don't. Come on. You'll be back to saying sorry in 2 minutes. Stop wasting time and begin the repentance. No, I'm really not sorry. Fuck off. Wow. Okay. Fuck off? Maybe we were wrong about you then. Check out the big balls on fire, cop. What? Oh man, your internal monologues are great. Alright, we need to save. So what do you got here? This is her, where she was camped out. Oh, some health. Good. We had to use a bunch during that, so I'm glad we got some back. Dark water trails into the distance. There is no way out. Cooking utensils. She has prepared herself porridge with bananas. Ooh, money. Plain red tent stands by dispassionately. The tent looks old but well maintained. In the darkness of the tent, a rolled up sleeping bag, cooking utensils, some books, and a kerosene lamp. It reeks of cigarettes. Shine your flashlight on the books? Assorted soft covers, mostly pulp horror. A motor carriage lies buried in the snow on one cover, on another, a ghost airship. You also see a collection of radio enthusiast magazines. The lieutenant peeks in over your shoulder. See anything? Sift through the magazines. Riga Monthly, Journal of Material Science. More Technological Digest. One of the magazines doesn't have images on the cover. It's not a magazine, it's a leather notebook. A notebook. You pocket the worn-out leather journal. We should read this immediately, like right now. Agreed. I'm going to save again over that spot. See what we can figure out here. Thick journal. The cover is worn, like someone used to carry it around in their back pocket. It's made of full-grain leather. The lower left corner of the back cover sports an embossed brand name, Schneller. Schneller is a stationery brand from Gottwald, beloved among architects and engineers. She's got good taste and must have taken whatever she recorded here seriously. Unwind the strap. The journal falls open. About 2/3 of its ruled pages have been filled. The large cursive of someone who writes quickly and confidently. Perhaps too confidently. Many phrases and even paragraphs that have been crossed out, with tiny corrections scrawled above and in the margins. Flip through the pages. It's a mix of logistical notes, diagrams, and personal reflections, all dated. It's good she left in a hurry. We could learn a lot from this. I guess we can look at a lot of this stuff. What kind of logistics? Hard to tell exactly. It's mostly noted down in code. Looks like contact information, quantities, directions. There could be useful information about local operations in those notes. We have a junior sergeant at my station who's good with codes. I can give this to her after we finish this. Okay, good. What are the diagrams of? Esoteric radio technology. The most recent ones probably pertain to the latitude compressor. Sketches, calculations of distance and density. You make out a familiar spiral shape. Anything personal? Short, wry observations of people and places, probably a way to pass the time on the road. Also, what appear to be attempts to sort through some difficult decisions. There are a few passages with many questions in them. Staff issues, always tough on the leadership. You smell traces of betrayal. How far back do the entries go? The first entry is from August 2nd of last year. It reads simply, I know my position is precarious. All I can do is make myself as useful as I can while looking for a way out. Remember, no one is indispensable. What did she write the day Lely died? Nothing on March 4th. March 5th, though. Well, that's bound to come back and bite me in the ass. I'm bad at this, loyal to a fault, except that's another matter entirely. You have no idea what she means. These are personal notes. Don't expect to understand all of it. Anything about La Puta Madre? That name isn't mentioned as far as you can tell. Small wonder. Would you talk about La Puta Madre in your journal? You do see an M, though. La Puta Madre? M is mentioned on March 9th and March 15th. Read the entry from March 9th first. Great. M's Peone is coming to town, no doubt to investigate the lynching, but also, I feel it in my gut, to finally put a bullet in my head. While I'm napping in my lorry or in a smoke break, well, I won't stick around just to twist my own neck by constantly looking over my shoulder. Then again, isn't that what I've been doing ever since I got the call? Entry from March 12th. Been holed up here for 3 days now. I'm used to being alone and all, but I don't know when I'll be able to leave, or if I'll be ratted out. They will rat me out, of course. I've made it a point to believe in the best in people, the boys, for example, but experience tells me. Did M feel truly betrayed by me? I was feeling threatened. He'd have to know if he threatened people, they'd take measures to protect themselves. Even I know that. Economic measures first of all. Gotta make a living, right? I could still hear his voice in the receiver, taste the plastic. The entry ends abruptly. So maybe she used to work for him? Look at the cover again? Why? Oh, okay. It's just to give you the option of going back through. Put the journal away. Huh.
Yes?
Oh, I can't talk to him about the journal? And there was nothing else left to do, right? Flip through the pages again? Oh, what's the most recent journal entry? The most recent entry is from today. It reads, even when I leave here, if I leave here alive, what's my next move? Staging a lynching is a crime, even if I'm not accused of murder on top of that. Forever on the run? Not really my idea of the open road. And I was really looking forward to winning. The lieutenant taps on the page. It looks like she might have been framed? She didn't do it, then maybe it's good that we didn't catch her? I wouldn't go so far as to say that. We have other reasons to arrest her. He frowns. Besides, I'm not sure her life as a fugitive is going to be much better than with us, especially if she has problems with the Madre. Am I really a La Puta Madre agent? He looks you straight in the eye for a moment, then sighs. No, I don't think you are. Ask someone in your precinct if you want to be sure. He truly does not believe you are. Perhaps he shouldn't be so trusting. Who do you think killed the merc? Flashe was the one who pointed the finger at Ruby. Perhaps she was trying to steer us away from herself? Or he stops to think. No one heard the shot. Maybe she had an accomplice. Either way, we need to keep an eye on her. One thing is for certain. We have business back at the Whirling in Rags. Questions to ask. We should get to it. When you get a chance, call your station to find out more, if you dare. Oh, God. They would just laugh at me, though. Man, that was nuts. Hey, we got another skill point. That's good. We'll save that for when we need it. Anything else in here? No? God damn, but this case has some twists and turns. Will we check over here? Oh yeah, that's where the pipe was. No wonder this game got so many best narrative awards. The story is so good. Alright, let's save. Alright, I guess we're heading back to the Whirling in Rags. Let's put a call in on what day is it? Day 3. We'll check. I don't think she'll have the information about the armor until tomorrow, but we can check. Since it's been a while since we've played the game. But I'm pretty sure it was supposed to be the next day. Stop. Now. It is time. Sounds ominous. For what? Crisis. Death. You can feel it in your blue soul. What am I supposed to do? Arm yourself with anything you can, unless you have nothing? Because you didn't find your lost gun? Then just walk to your death. I can talk you out of it, whatever it is. You're too likable to die, don't worry. Oh god. I'm not... Oh no! We don't have a gun. But we let Ruby go, and Ruby has a gun. Maybe she will save us? Ugh, I'm not sure I feel ready for what lies ahead. The lieutenant frowns. Then you'd better get ready, he says, then quickly adds, whatever happens, I've got your back. He's got a gun at least. I'm gonna save again. I'm scary. Just wanted to go to the car. Or to Nair?
I'm all out of shit to give, Loincloth.
Oh no.
Welcome to the fucking reckoning.
So these are the two mercenaries. Wait, who's this guy? There were 3?
Put your goddamn gun down. People are gonna get hurt. We need to talk this through, alright?
Oh my god, can we stop a war?
Shut up! You're not gonna talk yourself out of this, Loincloth shit fuck.
This is the scab leader. His chest rises and falls under the ceramic breastplate. His fingers reach for the butt of his sidearm. Oh, wait. No, I'm still confused. He's leading the scabs? There's something very wrong with him. I wonder if this would instigate? Might just want to, like, not say anything?
This is a misunderstanding. Nothing irreversible has happened yet. You can just return to your unit and forget all about this.
The Gift is merciful, willing to spare us if we just forget about our murdered and humiliated commander. I think we should just kill everyone caught in.
You all drunk. Come to your senses. You won't gun down 7 people in the middle of the street. This isn't a frontier town or a jungle outpost.
Easy, Lizzie. Let me handle it. I know guys like this. I'm sure we can come to a peaceful agreement. Ain't that right, fella?
He is facing overwhelmingly superior firepower, and he knows it.
Peaceful?
Sounds like the armored figure is weeping.
Nest in your abdominal cavity, like a little wild mouse.
The masked man's words are barely intelligible, but you can hear them.
Fuck, there's the third one. How did we miss something like this?
The lieutenant points to the helmeted figure. Yeah, that's what I was wondering. There were 3? Where did he come from? Even what's-her-name, Joyce, didn't mention a third. Big one is the damn scab leader.
If this turns into a firefight, we should take him out first.
Sound strategy. He's the leader. What do we do?
My plan is not to get killed, but we have to intervene.
Yet. Am I really just gonna step in the middle of this? Oh god!
Get lost, comedian. You cops had your chance. Now it's fucking time for some justice.
He licks his lips, waving his gun at the crowd. Losing his balance for a moment, he staggers backward.
Big fuck!
The only word you can make out. So everyone's drunk, huh? Great. Drunk and armed. That's gonna go well. Easy now. No one needs to die here today.
Oh, people are gonna die today. We're not leaving it like this. These tribals hung him up for everyone to see.
No one is going to kill anyone. Let's just put the guns down and talk like civilized human beings.
With a wordless gurgle, the killer loads his long rifle. The leader gives a small nod to the helmeted man. You feel your fists contract as you stand there between these men, all carrying real weapons. You really should have a gun in your hand by now, or something dangerous. This feels scary. I have a flashlight. No, it's okay. Soften him up and trust the others to attack if it comes to that. Make him talk. Present an argument. I'm barely keeping you together here. This is it. If you talk to him, he will rattle you, not the other way around. Alright, we got a 72% here. Yeah. This might be an interesting way to go, because they do work for Wild Pines. This is also an interesting way to go. God, this one, this could go to shit so fast. I could also start just saying, like, listen, they didn't do it. Try and start explaining the situation up front. 72%. Oh. There's a red check. It cannot be retried. Alright, let's do it. Alright, here we go. This is an illegal tribunal. Krenel would never sanction this. Who's the commanding officer? Take your pick. Gulp and say nothing. Who's in charge of your unit after the death of your colonel? I am a Colonel Major with over 15 years of live combat experience. When my colonel gets hanged by clay monkeys, I lead the platoon on a retaliation strike. So you are the highest ranking of the three of you? Nah, I just have the biggest gun. He raps on his armored barrel-like chest. Technically, the other man has the biggest gun, but we're beyond that now. Hold on, what's the highest ranking colonel? King Reaper, he says without irony. As the leader of this group, reconsider your actions. This does not need to end in bloodshed. You're right, but you see, he pauses and smiles, I want it to end in bloodshed. Okay, it's not much, but he's thinking about something else, and his hand is off the gun. This did something. Easy now. Tell them these men didn't do it. There's a peaceful way out. That's still low. Listen, they didn't do it. Yeah, who did then? Will he give time? I think this is too vague. It was someone else. Someone who's not here now. You wouldn't know them. They go to school in Canada. I'm gonna ask for some more time. Hey, Eulifar, thanks for the host, sir. Much appreciated. Just give me a little time, man. Time? You had time to fuck around in that church, she points over the water. To run errands for your Union chief? I saw you. Time is up, loincloth. Give me a name, now. Everything points, even if she didn't do it herself, she had to be aware of it, right? They had an accomplice. I kind of think it was like this guy's, teammate. Guy in his unit. He has like the looks like it's a breech loader. But that's not even an option. Wasn't Titus. Wasn't Ruby. It was me? Like, why would I say this? They wouldn't believe it. Would they? God, this sucks. Someone else? Someone who's not here now. I don't think Claudia actually committed the murder. I think she knew about it and helped to cover it up. We never found out where that gunshot came from. We never got to check the island. Alright, let's try this one. How fucking convenient! He gives you a drunken stare, then puts his hand on the gun. Ah, damn it. That is what I actually think. Oh, but I have no evidence to back this up. Aside from the type of weapon, the bullet. Am I gonna do this? Oh my god, am I gonna botch this? It was one of you. One of us? You're saying we... There's a dangerous gleam in his eye. What if I just shot one of your pals here right now, huh? He points his gun at Elizabeth. How about the Kipt? Go ahead, tell me we fucking kill our own colonel one more time. Listen, please! She raises both hands. This cop and this drumhead court-martial won't decide who... He's gonna do it. He's gonna shoot her. Why doesn't he believe me? Coin flip. Fuck! The Hardy Boys confessed to hanging him. All together. Titus said, we took him out back and hanged him. He said it loud, in a public place. Listen, he was shot. He wasn't hanged. Listen to me. You're lying. DePaul heard it. He doesn't move the weapon. You heard wrong, the lieutenant shouts. She and these men have been helping us find the shooter. The hanging was only a cover-up. Listen. Fucking liars. He pulls the trigger. A plume of smoke erupts from the muzzle of his gun. The shot rings in your ears, a low tinny ring, then the Hardy Boys yell something. The young woman stands and looks behind her. The shot has flown over her head, crashing a small pane of the glass window behind her. Oh shit. Oh, I was so scared for a second. Oh, we the comeback kid, hey Mia! You came at a very tense time. Basically, I'm trying to do the opposite of what you did yesterday. Okay? If that helps explain. Yeah, good luck. Thank you. Oh, man. The man looks at his revolver and smiles. I missed. I know what I heard, Cordy. The radio operator looks at him. They said they killed him. They said it was a good way to end a Sunday night. It doesn't sound good. You need to change the topic now, or there will be another shot. What topic? Shots have been fired. Act before it's too late. This was a close call. Who is that? I didn't know you had a third guy. The fact that this is down at the bottom makes me think it might be more effective and that these are like the default ones and that this came from our investigation. Oh my god. I can't do this one. Suggestion, huh? I got 1 point that I can put into suggestion. Fuck me, man. I had some, I had some items that I could put on that would help with suggestion too. Shit. Where's Clashy? She can explain this. Who the fuck is that? Clashy, the woman upstairs? Where is she? She left! The manager calls down from the balcony. Unarmed, hunched, but keeping it together. What do you mean she left? She left! Her room's cleaned out, right before these assholes showed up. We should have arrested her, the lieutenant whispers, his eyes still on the armed mercenaries. Hey, Bushman! The veins on the man's neck expand as he yells. Your little cunt isn't gonna help you out of this one. Fuck. That's not even 1 in 5. Let's ask about this dude. Maybe changing the subject will help. Rudd? Rudd is the killer. The armored woman smiles a vicious smile. Rudd, the killer? Hohenklauen. He doesn't talk much. All of you fucking cunts inside out. The killer? The gunner. He gestures toward himself. The rapist. He nods toward the woman. The killer. He points to the figure clad entirely in ceramic plate. What do you think he does? Tends to the stables? I'm a killer too? I probably shouldn't say that because I don't have a gun. The C word? Oh yes, there's lots of swears in this game, me. Yep. Lots of them. What do you think he does? He kills. Smart loincloth. He stares at you with his watery eyes. He fucks natives up. Soldier of Apocalypse style. Yeah, this isn't getting us anywhere. Yet. Wild Pines rep does not approve of this. You think I care what that company cunt thinks? He laughs. You know, it's a hollow laughter. Why would I say this? Wild Pines is not going to forgive you massacring a bunch of innocent people. The man stares at you with bloodshot eyes, a bull ready to charge. He's not listening, but looking for an opening. I don't know if this would actually help us with him or not. Roll the dice on it? We're working together. She knew you're out of control. She told me. She's gone, you stupid fuck. He points to the sea. Sailed off 5 minutes ago. She doesn't give a shit about you, Silos. Stay cool. Don't do anything stupid, Titus shouts to his men in the background. The company bitch is gone. Lely's cunt is gone. Lely's gone. What are we still doing in this shithole? He looks around, tired suddenly. Sad even. Guys, the little guy breaks formation. I just get in the way. I don't even have a gun. As he runs to the yard, Titus turns to his men. Hold your ground! Any more of you run, I'll shoot you myself. We're doing this together. They're afraid. All of them. Trembling reeds in the wind. They'll run, scatter soon, one by one. I kind of wonder if we keep talking, that guy seems to, like, not really want to do this anymore. He's kind of, like, wearing down. That didn't give me any extra on this one. You're all drunk. Look at yourselves. Yes, so what? Your judgment is impaired. You'll regret this. Nah. He wipes the sweat from his brow. I'm clear as day. Fucking government-ordained super soldier. Enough already. What is this? The woman's voice is furious. We didn't come here to fucking chat. Interrupt me again and I will execute you on the spot, Lance Corporal. The outburst is accompanied by a yellowish saliva around his mouth. Might as well try putting our point in suggestion, I guess. That's the only one I had, right? Alright, now we have a 1 in 4 shot. Daisy, I need your help. Yeah, I need your luck. Come help me, Squeaker. I need Daisy luck. I need chat luck. We need all the luck, guys. Here we go. Of course, nothing bad will happen. Talk about his dead friend. He seems stable enough to take it. He doesn't seem stable at all. Even better, it will further destabilize him, costing time and maybe even lives. F, guys. You don't fucking talk to me about my brother, Loincloth. He squeezes the words out from between clamped lips, his hand on the pistol. Okay, yes, immediate failure. Things are worse now. He's observing your every motion carefully. Why did I not find my lost gun? What's that, Loincloth? I can't hear you. Sounds like you got your mouth full of dick. Rudd. Shit. This is it. Tell him anything. Tell you have more information. Kill me and you'll never find out who killed your brother. I've been withholding information. Rudd. The man looks to his right. Kill him. The porcelain man raises his rifle and takes aim at you. His hands are steady, and the long barrel of the rifle sways slowly. An Ister AR FA-7, built for taking out light armored vehicles. What? It will devastate you. Dodge the shot? My reaction speed is shit, though. Blink? Think? You stare down the barrel of the gun. You see Rudd's mask behind it, his eye in the slit of the helmet, like a camera lens focusing on you. 0.6 seconds remain. There are 6 little black dots in the tip of the thick barrel, like a honeycomb. This is a knock cannon. It shoots 6 rounds in one pull of the trigger. Is there anything we could use to protect this frail body? That gun will tear us to pieces. He's drunk. Drunk fighters overcorrect. Move right. He aims further right. Get him to overshoot. Okay. So we got a little bit of a boost there. Kim, where is Kim? From the corner of your eye, you see the lieutenant raise his pistol and aim it at Rudd. He's trying to find a straight line of sight before the rifleman can take you out. Okay, guys, we didn't get the last one. Daisy, this is our next our 25% chance. Give me the kitty luck. Daisy's like, use the force. Use the force. God, we're dead. We're not dead! The shot rings and you stumble. Something violently tugs at your shoulder, pushing you backwards with incredible force. A volcano of burning pain erupts from your left shoulder. The pain flows over your entire body like an awful shock. A grim knowing rises from within. Half of your body must be gone. The lieutenant aims, face pale. Without tremble, he quietly utters, "God, please." He's aiming for the eye slot in Rud's helmet, an extremely difficult shot. Then, 2 shots ring at once, and you hear a scream, but you're too hurt to see. Who got hit? Him. Did he hit the rifleman? Blood gushes from the helmet's eye sockets as Rudd staggers back, disoriented. The sounds coming from his helmet are not human. An unbelievable shot from the lieutenant. Who screamed? Glenn, dying in a puddle of blood behind you. His mangled torso has 2 gunshot wounds. Blood gushes out of them like red geysers. You see 2 cold eyes looking at you, through all the smoke and the panic, and a pistol raised, aiming at your chest, point blank. Then the man squeezes the trigger. Look him in the eye? A look of happiness. His eyes seem unnaturally bright, shining like stars. Something in the fear must distort him somehow. He is evil, in the end. Here it comes, death. 3% to evade the shot? You can't. There is no time. Something inside your pelvis explodes. Your entire lower body is on fire, and your legs can't support you. You fall down like a rag doll. The pain is too immense to scream. It pushes the air out of your lungs. Everything goes dark, a distant blur as you recede into it. Listen through the darkness and the pain. The Hardy Boys are yelling. Someone is running, jumping over you. In the background, you hear gunfire shatter glass, and then a man in pain, a familiar sound. It's Titus. With a splat like meat, you hear bullets rip into him. His voice, still giving orders, grows fainter, a gurgle. Nothing. A persisting darkness, dancing lights of pain, distant shadows cast by them, like a hellish play. Out of it, a silhouette appears, crouching over you. You hear a familiar voice filled with urgency and fear. You're bleeding out! So dark, I can't see anything. Stay with me. The lieutenant pushes down on your wound hard. You hear me? Stay awake. Look at me. But you can't. It's so hard. Your eyelids grow heavy and the sounds ever more distant, and a cold comes over you. Kim, too, is somewhere far away, almost gone, when suddenly you sense something behind him. A shadow, towering. Someone stands there, raising his pistol at him. The lieutenant does not see it. He's pushing down on your wound with both hands. No, Kim! No, you scream. Behind you! From your bloody lips, your eyes are full of fear. There is no room for hesitation. The lieutenant turns around and fires, his body falling on yours in the course of the motion. You hear a roar of pain, a death scream. The sound disappears, like someone pressed stop on the tape. The hulking figure, too, is gone, and so is Kim, and the whole world. This is death. One more door, baby.
Dead.
One more door.
One more door, baby.
Voiceover.
One more door.
No, let me back into the fight.
The fight? There is no fight. The fight is over. It was lost 1,000 years ago. You have laid here forever. Keep falling. Take the door. He's not taking it. body is not taking it. Oh God, no. He's not disintegrating. He's swelling up instead. Over the hours, hurting, moaning in his sleep, and rotting, and being disinfected, and smelling of drugs, and feeling saliva in his mouth, drifting in painkillers, thrashing in his bones.
You can't go, not before the case is solved. There is a radio in the distance, a radio of the world, playing sounds. Good morning, Elysium. Soon you will return to the world. You're thirsty. Reach for the glass of water by the bed. The world is still there. Sleep some more.
Hours turn to days. Soon we will get up again and go through it again. Finally we know what the infernal engine was outside. The clarion call.
The engine of a Kupri Kanema.
No, it was him. He is the infernal engine. Can't you see? He never stops. He only gets worse.
Dude, the writing is so good! You see Kim's familiar shape in the orange jacket. It turns double, then triple from the pain. Kim. Sunrise Parabellum, the lieutenant says. He's in the middle of a freshly cleaned room, with the fan above his head like a halo. His face is covered in bruises. How bad am I hurt? Pretty bad, officer. You suffered 2 wounds. The first is below your shoulder. The bullet passed through your shoulder blade, luckily missing your lung and heart. The second shot hit you in the thigh, the left quadriceps. He points to your leg. No major arteries were nicked, but the bullet had to be removed. A bacterial infection was treated with mercurochrome. Can I walk? You will see. Are you hurt? Not very. He rubs his chin. I have a concussion from the major beating me with the butt of his gun. I try not to move too much. Things would be much worse if you didn't warn me. There's a pause. Thank you. I did not see him coming. Stupid of me. Has anyone from my station been to see me? No. Isn't that strange? I called your station after the fight. The injury was logged in. They told me they've sent officers to join you on the site. Odd. You haven't seen any, have you? There's a pause. I'm sure they're worried about you. If not my station, then who treated me? I did. Thank you. No need. Okay. You can do this. Easy now. The lieutenant turns double again before your eyes, an orange hue of pain. How are you? My disco days are done. How about we just go with... Ugh. The lieutenant looks at you, teetering on your feet. What happened? What happened? We tried to take the diplomatic route and hoped they wouldn't attack first. They did. The major gave the command. What happened then? As retaliation, their rifleman shot you. He hit with his carabine. Carabine? Carbine? I was looking for a clear line of sight when I found it. He sounds a tiny bit sorry he did not find it before you got hit. I shot and wounded him, while Glenn took a bullet in the spine. It was meant for me. He did not survive. There's a pause. Titus, Fat Angus, and Theo charged. Angus and Theo died before they made it to intensive care. Titus died in the hospital yesterday. Elaine and the young musician, I forget his name, they're all that's left. Titus is dead? Yes. You were bleeding out by then, he thinks. You warned me. I was able to disarm Courtenaire before he got the jump on me. I was not able to kill him, as I should have. Krenel took him. The lieutenant takes a cigarette from his coat pocket and lights it. A bitter smell fills the room. A stray bullet killed DePaul, though, and that's what happened. And the Major is in a private hospital across the river. Krenel claimed him from the local butcher shop where Titus died. Turns out he's insured. There is unveiled anger in his voice. We won't get to him anymore. The good news is, he's not coming here either. I did some damage. Titus is dead? Yes. He pulls on his cigarette intently. How many casualties on the Union's side, total? 4. Glenn, Theo, Angus. The fat one, he took a lot of bullets. There's a pause. And Titus. And that's all. He nods. Total shit show, Kim. Yes, officer, he says calmly. 6 people are dead. It's not a success. But what's done is done. The violence is cordoned off. The Hornets did not get into the beehive. He rubs his swollen chin. The worst scenario has not materialized yet. And, he smiles, we are still alive, both of us. He did not expect you both to survive once you stepped between those two armies. His smoking, his hunched back. You have it worse, but he took a real beating. That cigarette has medicinal purposes. What did you say? Sunrise? Sunrise Parabellum. Sunrise, prepare for war. It's an old revolutionary saying. Is it war today? He looks out the window. The gates of the harbor are boarded up. The streets are a little more empty. Apocalyptic violence is yet to erupt, I am relieved to say. I think we may have held it off, for now. He unzips his bomber jacket. Barely. Good. Yes, we have also completely failed, but that's okay. What happens now, Kim? I honestly don't know. Izzy, what are you doing over there? I don't know either. We can't talk to Everard. The harbor is in lockdown. Everyone in there is outside our grasp now, and Joyce is left too. Joyce is gone? Yes, she left yesterday morning to meet the board of Wild Pines, or that is what I've heard. There's a pin somewhere in the machine that keeps Krenel from sending in a death squad. He looks out the window. Maybe it's her? Maybe she kept her end. Either way, Ruby's gone, and Klaasje too. We really should have arrested her, you know. Wait, you've checked? She's really... Guards confirmed she left 20 minutes prior to the tribunal showing up. Who did it then, Kim? Who killed the hanged man? I don't know. I think the theory you presented, it's someone else, outside our circle of suspects, was right. It better be. Everyone within the circle is either dead or gone. Honestly, I think our investigation has not produced a single credible suspect. Voice is calm, matter-of-factly. God, this sucks, guys. The flowers? What? I'm curious about this one. They were on the roof. I did not catch them. Fucking butterfingers. Oh, the petals that blew away. That's weird. Every piece of garbage in the city is not connected to the case. You don't have to catch everything. He's wrong. Okay. What about the hole in the wall? Someone was checking her out. I don't know. He rubs his neck. That's been there for years. The goddamn footprints. Yes, he says. God curse the footprints, not solving the case for us. Au diable? There's still a 28% possibility the shot came from a distance. We should go upstairs, rethink the ballistics in situ. A light nod through some pain. I agree with this. What else? An antique bullet from a Belle Margrave 44.6 millimeter. How hard can it be to find one? How hard can it be? It's extremely easy. There are thousands lying around. We found one. All completely unusable. It's precisely how easy it is to find one that makes the bullet useless. There are all these old bunkers and weapon caches. Revolutionary era. We could find thousands more if we wanted. All Revocol is full of them. You know what I think about solving crimes? He arches his brow. The ceiling fan patiently spins overhead. Solving crimes is hard. Really is very hard. That concussion must be making him dizzy. You're not ready to give up, are you? No. Are you ready to limp? I'm ready. Good. There's a pause. Where do you want to limp? A gust of wind blows in from the bay. The duraluminium box around you vibrates imperceptibly. A familiar cold, a red thread on the roof upstairs, taut, much like a string by the gust. We should check Clashe's room upstairs. Why not? He extinguishes the cigarette on the sole of his boot. Another look at the window, perhaps. The one he was shot through. I don't know. I can't think of anything better. We got... Oh, we could have used that before getting shot at. Damn it. Oh. Remember that weakness you were looking for in the ceramic armor? Like, maybe it can only stop small, fast projectiles, but a large, slow-moving pry bar would shatter it? I could have been holding the pry bar too, so many things that... Oh. Instead of the flashlight. Or if I run an electrical current through it, maybe it will melt? Or, personal favorite, frequency something something radio weapon? None of that would work. You need to shoot the part of the enemy that doesn't have Fairweather T500 on it because the armor itself is invulnerable. Good news is, so are the armor pieces on you. And I only had one. And it wasn't the part that we got shot in. Alright, so we got 1 point now. Daisy, what are you doing down there staring at me? You're freaking me out, bro. Huh? Why are you staring at me, dude? Can I move? Can we put the flashlight away? Good lord. All of these are the same from before, right? The Stereo 8 player has been reunited with its right speaker. They fixed the window? Newly replaced glass shining in the morning light. You hear traffic outside, back in the world again. What about the bathtub? You see gleaming white enamel, no bottles inside. Look, the door is open. You can walk right into Kim's room. I knew it was his room. Any reason to go in here? No, let's not waste time. Let's... All of our suspects are like on the run and everything. Ouch, that leg hurts. Maybe if you don't run, it'll be okay? Right. It's like she's left something on the table. Next to a stack of bills, you see a note, a few lines jotted down in large, uneven handwriting just as the writer was about to rush out the door. I'm sorry I fucked everyone over. P.S. I didn't kill him. P.P.S. Gift upstairs. A gift? The lieutenant turns to the staircase suspiciously, looking for any signs of another presence in the shadows above. Could this gift be? I am not drawing my gun yet, but I don't like gifts. He says he's not, but his hand moves instinctively towards his holster as he studies the note. Just don't walk into another radio trap, okay? Seems she left in a hurry. Hardly surprising. Well, can we get anything out of the medicine? Oh, don't run. The medicine cabinet is empty. Damn, she took everything. She's really cleaned this out. The lieutenant nods. She certainly had her priorities straight when she was packing. Nuts. I was hoping there'd be medicine in there that we could get. Or something to ease the pain. A red thread made of nylon. It leads out of the room and onto the roof. So it was on the island, huh? No? Thread is tied to the antenna. Ruby? Ruby? Right? Is she letting us know? The color of the thread, and she was saying that the antenna was like the coolest thing on the roof. This is replaced. You see the same two neon-lit shapes, a man and a woman, only now a red thread bisects the room, pointing from the antenna outside to the cupboard on the wall. This is ballistics. She's left a trajectory for us. The lieutenant tests the thread with his finger. Drawn taut, it rebounds instantly. A ray of backward motion explodes from his mouth to the roof outside, A prime, then widen into a radius of locations in Martinez, B prime, B double prime, and B triple prime. Where does the thread lead? It suggests the bullet came from the extreme upper quadrant of possible angles, from a point beyond the roof B. The island in the bay. But we couldn't get out there. I wonder if that's like an unavoidable part of the story? That you can't get out to that island to confirm the shot before everything goes to shit? I mean, maybe we could have prevented everything from going to shit, but I don't think we could have gotten out to the island before. She trying to tell us the shot came from the islet? He nods. Unless she thinks the perpetrator was standing on the ring antenna, that is where the thread seems to point. How did she know how to do this? She was there that night. She would have known precisely where the bullet hole was in the glass. She had a long time to think about it after, standing on that roof, staring at the glass. It also looks like there may be more to her skill set than we know. The question is, should we trust her? It's her way of saying she's sorry. I find that hard to believe, but at this point, what difference does it make? This is also the only point of origin we haven't rolled out yet. So it is. For a second, he seems tired. You seem unenthusiastic. I just haven't gotten a lot of sleep these past few days. He doesn't really believe this will yield anything. Maybe we need to go to the island? The wind blows in from the open window. The lieutenant sighs, looking into the cold distance across the river. I'm going to the island. Are you in? Of course, he nods. Of course I'm in. He takes a second to gather himself, then says, how do we get there? Joyce Messier had her sloop, but she's gone. Lillian, the net picker, she's tarring her boat. Ah, yes, of course. The village. Let's go. Whoops, that's not what I wanted. That's what I want. What a cluster, guys. We really made a mess of things. Now we're shot in the leg. Oh, yeah. So we were shot. We missed a day because we were shot. So we probably would have had a whole nother day to do investigative stuff if we had stopped everything from going down. On the bright side, we can get some information on the armor. Wait, who is this? And why are you guys still here? I don't know if, I tried, but I don't think they're gonna want to talk to me. When I lived and their friends died, they're not gonna want to see me. One day I will return to your side. The graffito has been painted over the traces of the fight that took place here. It smells of blood and heavy fuel oil. This was Cindy the Skull. Looks like Cindy the Skull finally found the words for her masterpiece. The lieutenant crouches, touching the fuel oil with his finger. Looks like it, yes. This is still fresh. It wasn't here yesterday. I smell heavy fuel oil. And blood. Some of it is even yours. Heavy fuel oil, isn't that flammable? Do we want to set it on fire? We could. Burn it. Would that like burn it into the ground permanently? Do it. The fuel oil catches fire immediately with an ominous hiss. A bright orange flash across the surface of the letters. Black smoke rises from the burning message. Say nothing, stare grimly into the flames. The lieutenant has taken a small step back. He looks at your face, illuminated by the flames, and nods silently. Then the fire falters. Let's go to that island. Slowly the flames subside, the fuel burning out. The air still smells of mazut in springtime. What a cool moment. I like it. I do want to check on that armor, though. What's this? In the morning light, the white on blue police livery on the motor carriage cannot but catch your eye. Why am I even thinking about this? No time for this, gotta run. It's trying to remind me about something, but I'm already doing that, and I don't want to waste more time with an internal monologue. Radio? Yes. Did you find out more about the owner of the armored boots? Yes, it took some convincing, but I got the mercenary's name and a few biographical details. Are you ready? The lieutenant leans in to listen, notebook in hand. Shoot. That suit of armor was issued to an Orangese citizen named Ellis Courtenaire. Interesting. Exact date of birth unknown. He was signed into the Lelystad County Neonatal Care Unit on 28th of February, 09. Neonatal Care Unit? He was found as a newborn in a leaf compactor near an abandoned farm. He spent 4 months in the neonatal unit, survived apparently, and was assigned to a foster family at 2. This is what the ICP knows about him. He was raised by foster parents, entered the Igisbrand Military Academy in Vredefort at 17, then served in the Orangese forces till he was honorably discharged in 41, just a year before the Seminese conflict. Then the armor followed him to Seminine, or at least I assume it did, and that's it. There are no records of his employment in Krenel, or any of its other incarnations, or him even entering Revachol. Zoki, what's up? Yes, you made it in time. Welcome, welcome. We got about another half an hour to go. Good morning, sir. How you doing? Welcome. Daisy says hello, too. Well, you would have. She must have just stepped out. She's been here all morning. So all we have to connect him to Krenel is the armor. Even that is a small miracle. These organizations usually double-check their inventory. He leans closer and shouts, "Thank you, Alice. Great work." "No problem, Lieutenant." She sounds pleased. A compliment from Lieutenant Kitsuragi. Not bad. Any information on his foster parents? None, officer. Sorry. He was found in a leaf compactor? It's a garden tool used to press leaves into these cubes. It's a detail the hospital had, the only detail in these files, so I thought it would be good for you to know. It is, thank you, Alice. Well, we have his name and service record now. A name. This is very good. Ellis Courtenaire, he says to himself. I'm glad the inquiry was helpful to your investigation, officer. Did you have any other questions? I need to report a dead body on the Martinet boardwalk. One moment. You can hear her shuffling through some papers. Can you please describe the body? Age, sex, cause of death? An unidentified middle-aged man, height 170 and 175 centimeters, dark hair, medium build. Looks like he slipped, fell through a hole in the boardwalk, and hit his head against the metal bench. We suspect he might have been inebriated when he fell. There were bottles all around him, and traces of vomit on his shirt. Any signs of violence? No, seems like it was an accident. No field autopsy necessary, she repeats. You can hear her quickly typing in the background. What about his belongings? Did you examine his clothes? He was wearing boots, trousers, and an old leather jacket with a bright blue lining. I found a library card from his pockets. Any information on the library card? It's from Central Jamrock Public Library. It belongs to someone named Billy Magian. Good, you have a lead. You and Lieutenant Kitsuragi want to take the case, or should I assign it to someone else? We're taking the case. Apparently we're taking the case. I didn't realize, I thought they would give us a choice for that one, but no. One case isn't enough. We'll take this one too. I have assigned the case to Lieutenant Kim Kitsuragi. Please follow up on this library lead to identify the man. We'll send someone to take the body to the morgue. That's all for now. Thank you for reporting in. Is there anything else I can do for you? Yes, connect me to the library. Hold on, officer. Yeah, you literally just woke up? Oh, nice. Sleeping in is great, isn't it? I've got Central Jamrock Public Library on the line, and I've already introduced you to their librarian. Connecting the call in 2, 1. Yes, this is Central Jamrock Public Library here. A male librarian answers the call. How can I help you, officer? I'm looking for any information that you can provide on Billy Magian, a reader. Billy Magian, you said? Give me a moment. I'll have to check our database. Puts down the receiver. On Marrow Drive in Central Jamrock, in a darkened hall lit by orange desk lamps, far away from the noise outside, a middle-aged man taps commands into an old radio computer. A printout falls on the desk. Behind him, a lonely reader scours some dusty bookshelves, looking for a paperback. Pardon me. Yes, hello, are you still there? You can hear him fiddle with the printout. I found Billy Magian's home address. Is that all right? No phone number, unfortunately. They're too poor to have a phone line. Yes, home address is fine. Here we go, sir. Rue de Saint-Ghislain, 33B, apartment number 20. It's in Martinez, I believe. Capeside Apartments, it says. That's all. That's where the smoker on the balcony lives, isn't it? Do you have any other information on Billy Magian? It says here that they returned their last book just a few days ago, but I wasn't at work that day. Do you know someone who was? Marie? He covers the phone with his hand and yells out into the room behind him. Marie! Do you remember a reader named Billy Magian? They returned a Thibault book the other day. You hear someone answer from afar. Yes, it was my colleague Marie. The librarian is speaking into the phone again. She said that it was Billy's husband who returned the book. He also asked for this new sci-fi release, Loose Radio City 87, but we don't have it yet. Good, you have a name now. So Billy Majan is a woman, not a man? How did your colleague know that it was her husband? Marie knows Billy. She's been working here longer than me. Sometimes her husband returns some books for her. You know the husband's name? Sorry, no. Marie only knows him by sight. Can Marie describe to me how the husband looked like? Marie. Moment passes. She said it was an older man, and that she's pretty sure he had had a drink or two the last time she saw him. What was he wearing? 1 second. The librarian turns away from the phone again and relays the question. Sorry, Marie wasn't really paying any attention to that. Thank you. That's all from me. I have no other questions. Happy we could help. Goodbye, officer. The librarian hangs up, and the call gets redirected back to the station with a soft click. Anything else you need from me? I'm done with the radio for now. 57th, over and out. Her voice disappears into the void. In the cabin, you see a set of steering levers, a radio on a hook, a pull-out tool. Oh, that's all that stuff from the car. Yeah, we're done. Pretty good. I did start Game of Thrones last night. Oh, have you not watched it? It is really good. Well, most of it is really good. Wasn't too happy with the ending, but overall worth your time for sure. I guess let's go ahead and save. Alright, and I will be right back. I need to use the restroom real quick. 1 second, guys. Alright, we back. Looking for a game to capture. Captured this game. Are you looking for a game to capture? Dream Labs. You've been capturing a game for quite some time. Well, there we go. That was really odd. Okay. Looks normal to you now, right? Alright, so now we got 2 points that we can... Alright, let's head back over to, Wait, no. Oh, yes. That is where I want to go. I think? Yeah, I don't remember. And I wish I could run. Oh, we can go either way. Okay. I'm gonna try running. I'm wondering if we're gonna, like, occasionally lose health for running, but... Okay, now let's walk. Because she's, like, right over here. Whoops, over here. Is that her boat? No, that's her boat. Let's talk to her. There she is. But nope, that's not her. Is it?
Officer, what happened? You're wounded. Why are you wounded? You look terrible.
Yeah, Wednesday was a really shitty day. She sounds almost disappointed with you, reprimanding you for failing, or for falling and hurting your knee. I got shot in the foot. It was pretty badass. You would have liked it. You seem angry. Why?
Look at you. You can barely walk.
Some people hurt me.
Is this from the shooting in town? We heard gunshots. Not that we don't hear gunshots all the time, but they were closer than usual.
For now, if you're still alive when I can watch, you'll hop on. Okay, see you later. Thanks for dropping by, Zoki. Have a good morning.
There was an exchange of fire on Rue de Saint-Guylaine. It's nothing to be worried about, madame.
I also got shot in the chest. You should see the other guys. They're all dead. I have a question for you.
Of course. Can I help you with something?
We need to get to that island. That won't be a problem. It's wind still, and the tar just dried. She points to her skiff next to the jetty. We got 2 days of relative sunshine ahead. What's on that island? Nothing, just ruins. Used to be some kind of fortification there before the war for the communards. An anti-aircraft gun, I think. Bombed to bits in the landing. I haven't been there myself, always steered clear of it. Hasn't been there herself? Who has then? You said you haven't been there yourself. Who has then, if not you? My husband used to drink there. Him and his drinking buddies. Always seemed like a bad place to drink to me. People died there during the landing, you know. My mother told me. This must be one of the many fortifications that was used in the dying days of the Revolution, against coalition forces before they took this city. She looks around. The kids sometimes go there too, I know they do, on rafts. I tell them not to, but they bring back old bullet casings and such. Which kids? Uno? The twins, she points to the 2 kids playing on the concrete yard. God forbid they bring the girl along on some rickety barge. Can we maybe ask your twins about that place before we go? Would that be alright? Be my guest, she looks at the boys. They have a strange way of talking. See if you can get anything useful out of them. I seldom do. Is there anything I should know about getting there? Well, most of it's sunken, underwater. That means concrete underwater. Cut your boat if you're not careful. Be sure to enter from the south side. Water's deep there. Aye aye, Captain. Can we borrow your boat? If you promise to bring it back, and no scraping the hull, I just got it nice and yellow, and no drinking on the boat. Her eyes narrow, and no joyriding either. Of course, ma'am. It's only for a day or two, official police business. Aye, she nods. What if I want to rock? Not aloud attentively. The crow's feet disappear from the corners of her eyes as she smiles at you. Thank you. We'll use your skiff to get there, then. She nods. Please be conservative with the fuel, will you? I just filled her up, but it's a small tank. Be seeing you. Alright, let's see what the kids have to say. They did talk weird before. Hey, kids. The scruffy-haired little boy kicks a stone while the other watches him do it. Okay, kids, you've been to that island, right? On that island? The one who's busy kicking his stone points to the bay. Yes, that one. I need to know what's there. That's, nothing? The boy pauses to think with his finger in his mouth. It's just a sea fort and some plants. You can take a raft there. It's great. And, the other one butts in, we make a fire. We make a fire. Mm-hmm, his brother nods. Gather the sticks for the fire and bullets. Or, not real bullets, empty bullets. Bullet shells? There are a lot of them left over from the war, but this could be important. Wait, you mean shells? I don't know what those are. What then? There are lights. The fire guy comes and asks us to put the fire out. They must mean a human being on that island, but it's cut off. Someone lives on the island? No, the boy answers, shaking his head vehemently. His brother looks at him, then at you. Yes, he says. The lieutenant raises his eyebrow and whips out his notebook. Let's go with yes. Why is he the fire guy? Because, the boy pauses to think. Because he asks to put the fire out, the other explains. Why does he ask you to put the fire out? I don't know. He doesn't like it. He doesn't like people to be there. You shouldn't go. Yes, the other one adds laconically, standing with his hands glued to his sides like a little tin soldier. You mentioned something about lights? One of them, it's hard to tell which one now, starts, I don't know. Did you mean there are electrical lights? He points to the street light. Yes. The boy looks at his toes. Is there anything else you can tell me about this guy? Age? Does he live there? No, he doesn't live there, I don't think. No, he lives there, the other nods. He's been there twice, 2 times. Huh. The first one pauses to think, then comes to some kind of conclusion. He doesn't live there. He isn't there sometimes. Anything else? What does this guy look like? I don't know, they say almost in unison. How come? We ran. He just yelled we shouldn't be there. Your father used to go to that island too, didn't he? Our father killed himself. Oh, well. Don't say that. He didn't. His brother punches him. The boy's eyes well up like he's about to start crying. Say nothing. I'm sorry, the one says to the other, rubbing his brother's shoulder affectionately. Is that all you know? Is there anything more you can tell me about the island? The boy says, rubbing his eyes. It's clear that he has no intention of finishing the sentence. Lights? Fire guy? The lieutenant looks at you. We should check up on that island. You kids. Interesting. Interesting, childrens. So do we have a sniper that lives out on that island? That's the big question now. Or was at least scouting the island to use it as a location? Skiff with a small steering engine in the back floats on the calm mirror of the sea. Its 2 seats are empty. Once you get in, that's it. One pull of the starter handle and you're off into the bay. A strange trepidation comes over you. Are you sure you want to go now? Have you made all the necessary preparations? Closed all your accounts? Remember what the net picker said. It's a small tank. You won't be going back and forth on this. What else would I do? This game, man. I have no other leads. Do it. Got the whole Captain Morgan thing going on there. Nice.
Want to be free. Want to be free. It would
is the girl wanting to make sounds or record sounds for her music or whatever.
Want to be free.
You got this, Kim. Expert navigation. Chill song. So is this where the final confrontation happened? I guess it's an oil slick. Are we gonna blow up this whole island on the way out? Just light this thing up. The boat comes to a slow stop. Kim turns the engine off, then there's silence. In the silence, a sputter of wings. A flock of quails takes off in the distance. There is very little wind here today. The ghost is standing still. You look at your arms, then the cliffs above you. Let's go, he whispers. I'm out. Gone to the island. Makeshift bridge. The bombs were powerful enough to break the foundation. Rusted chains trail off into the ocean. Let's look around on the ground first. Fine. Before we head up inside. These tires are falling apart. They're at least 50 years old. Oh, that's it? I can't go... I have to go up now. Okay. These stairs feel ancient. Soldiers' feet ran up them long ago. There was something else, though. The chain trails off into the ocean, connecting the island to the supply depot on the coast. This leads to the depot in Land's End. The lieutenant looks at the mechanism overhead. Ah, yes, so it seems. What do you think it was used for? For bringing munitions to the island, maybe? And supplies. You could also lock the bay when you raise the chain. As a defensive measure, locking off that side of the bay. Lock it from whom? From enemies. He looks up ahead. Enemies of the commune of Revicol. This sea fort was a revolutionary fortification, I believe. Attention, inflammable. Inflammable means flammable? What a country. Some fuel has leaked out of the barrel. Oh no! There's a lingering trace of mazut. Warm air. From the inside of the building, it's warmer there than out here. This barrel says ICM. You see a star with little specks on it. ICM? This feels familiar somehow. And what is the ICM? Insulindian Citizens Militia. It's the official name of the Communards Army, the black and white army of the revolution. It sounds an awful lot like RCM. It sounds like RCM, Revocol Citizens Militia. It does. Why? The RCM may descend from the ICM. May? It's impossible to say. He looks toward the darkened doorway. It was chaos after the war. The name was good for getting people to join us. Revocol West was mostly workers and criminals. Nice political thoughts rushed through your neocortex. A mediocre athlete would pant from dragging around his body on a busted crutch, but not you. You're thinking about politics, with blood dripping down your thigh. He bows to inspect the barrel. This is better preserved than the others. You can still read the sign. A white star. No, he looks at it, an upside-down star. With its horns in the sky, the symbol of the commune. Are there speck stars too? No, that's the uninhabited archipelago. A DeLorean-era symbol of Insulind, known as the face in the sea. Looks old, what's it still doing here? After, he thinks, 44 years? That's not nearly enough to hide what happened here, Lieutenant Yfrader. One of these barrels was still leaking fuel, as you saw. The city is full of things like this. Old bullets, guns, fuel. Warm blood trickles down your armpit. The ligature is off. It's nothing. No way to get up there. The stairs are gone. So this... gonna go down to here, it looks like. Hang on, let me save before going in there. Who knows if our person is here. Might need my flashlight. Oh, maybe not. Oh, I see. Careful, these stairs have collapsed. Books, mostly fantastique and historical fiction. Dishes stained with sauce and fire, a survivor's kitchen. A moth-bitten bed sheet keeps the wind out. Alright, what do we got here? Hand-eye coordination. That would have been handy. Empathy. This is all one group. That's all one group. What's this thing? Looks like he's got a generator running. Microgrid generator. An old cylindrical generator is nested above the ammo lift, with makeshift electrical wiring running out of its side and across the floor. The cables disappear into the wall to your right. The lieutenant puts his hand on the metal barrel, checking for warmth. Cold now, he concludes, but someone has been maintaining it. The wiring has been repaired. Pour fuel into the tank? Where do these wires lead? He looks at the wall socket. Downstairs somewhere. What kind of generator is this? Liquid carbon, I would imagine it takes mazut. He points to the open fuel cap on the side of the dynamo. The kind that's favored by vagrants and fuel thieves. It's been a long winter, long and cold. Tap on the side. A hollow ring, the canister is empty. Dust falls from the generator and down into the ammo lift. What does this mean, a generator here? I don't know. I am not a philosopher. I mean, why is it here? Someone with basic electrical skills has restored it in order to keep the room warm. Maybe it's the fire guy. The wind outside picks up suddenly with a faint howl. Inside it's warm. So all of the leaking fuel and stuff around here would it makes sense why the guy would be pissed that these stupid little kids are building fires on the island. Let's add some fuel in. The lieutenant assists you, holding the canister up to fuel the tank as you tilt. Dark brown viscous fluid pours out, and the room fills with a chemical smell. There's a red starter switch on the side of the cylinder, and a start rope on the other side. The lieutenant flicks the switch. Pull the rope. The recoil start wakes the old generator up. The machine sputters like an old war horse before settling down to a rattle. That should do it. Wait, what? Did that just say secret? This thingy. This was once an armament rest. Twin cannons were attached here. Medium distance, large caliber. Cool. Alright, this might be the spot. You see candles planted on a broken rangefinder. Broken rangefinder? Alright. I think I'm at the end of where I don't want to trigger anything really important right now, so we're going to continue this investigation tomorrow, guys. Alrighty. Go. Right. Thanks so much, everyone, for hanging out for my first day back. Enjoyed this game a lot. We picked up right where we left off, and boy, did we get thrown into this shit really quick. I'm looking forward to seeing where this leads tomorrow. I wonder how much longer we have in this game. I think we might be getting close to the end. We have to be, because so many people are dead or just gone at this point. So really looking forward to seeing what we have tomorrow. Hope you guys have a great rest of your Monday. We'll be back at 6:30 a.m. Eastern tomorrow morning to continue our journey in Disco Elysium. Hope you guys have a good one. Daisy here? She's not here. Daisy says goodbye and thanks for the treats. Hopefully we'll see you tomorrow. Bye, everybody.